Good morning. It's day 25. So I'm catching up a little bit. Been a harder 2 days. I the whole time I was sick, which was like 6 days, 5 or 6 days, I kept thinking, man, I'm excited to get back into working out and just feeling good and eating healthy. And, I restarted, I continued, this 40-day focus at, at day 21. And since then, it's been harder than I thought it would be to get back into it. I think I did not prepare myself for needing to make that kind of transition and the temptations that I would face. And so that's been disappointing, discouraging, but I've accepted now that that's just life. That yeah, I had great momentum before getting sick, but getting sick happens. Life happens, things happen, and I have to be on guard against the temptations to choose the easy way, to not get up in the morning, to not do as hard of a workout, to it's fine to eat this meal right now. And that alone, the food, is such a spiral, because for me, if I give in once, even something small, and even if I just tell myself, oh, it's just this, I immediately go into, I feel guilty. Oh, well, I've already blown it, just the rest of the day. And even if I'm just fighting those thoughts throughout the rest of the day, and even if I gave in just once or twice, it's still there. And even the next day, it's there, of like, well, you already messed up, so you might as well, basically throw away another day. And that was even what happened yesterday, that, I had, instead of having my healthy smoothie, I had leftovers for breakfast, which didn't really set me off great. I've been having great walks in the morning. It's just been good, more quiet solitude with the Lord, which is good because it's helping me just kind of process and refocus. But, I'm not sweating. I haven't been getting that, harder workout and pushing myself. And, and then yesterday it was just, kids are, it's just life. The kids are whining, and we ended up doing too much. I wasn't able to get to the grocery store to get my veggies so that I could prep them and roast them while they napped. And so in my mind, I just thought, well, it's better for me to eat something than to go home and eat, whatever, like the leftover mac and cheese I had fed the boys the other night, or, just like, you just rationalize. And so I had a coupon for Subway, and I went and got myself a foot-long Subway. And yeah, it was full of vegetables, but it was still a foot-long bread, and it had mayonnaise on it, and it had roast beef instead of chicken. Like, there's just, I'm confessing, I'm not beating myself up. I've accepted that was a bad choice, and I didn't prepare myself for that temptation to come at me. Because even when my husband got home and he was like, you went to Subway? Like, it wasn't in like a judgmental, it was like in a surprise, like, why? And I agreed with him. I was like, I don't know. I didn't guard myself for, that temptation. So, anywho, I actually ended up not eating dinner because, one, I was fairly full from the Subway. So that is a benefit of what I've been doing, that my ability to consume food has shrunk. So I promise you, your appetite will, our eyes are always bigger than our stomachs. They truly are. And it will get easier. So that helped, but still, it wasn't worth it. you know, and last time I was on here, I told you guys that it wasn't worth it. And it's crazy how easy we can just give into those moments. And anyway, I got up this morning, and I mean, I did a lot of more processing yesterday afternoon after eating the Subway, and even last night too, just chatting with my husband about it. And, you know, he's a great encouragement. And, you know, even though he doesn't understand this side of the journey, you know, for him, it's more that he burns through calories and he has to make sure that he gets enough food, you know, so we're kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. But that's okay. Everyone's got their things, right, that they got to work through. But he's just been very loving and understanding and patient, and very gentle with his words, even though he doesn't fully get it. To him, it's like, just do it, you know, I mean, and it's true, because, you know, we're the ones that put all the mental and emotional baggage in the way, and it's important to work through those things. But sometimes it's just like, just stop, just do it, you know, like put those parameters in place and be consistent. And, you know, we can over rationalize, overthink, over emotional, get over emotional. And anywho, so yeah, so got up this morning, and, I'm also, you know, men tune out, but for you ladies, you probably understand that my Aunt Flo is currently visiting, if you know what I mean. And so that's also been really hard with like pushing myself to work out. So that's been also one of the reasons that I've done more gentle workouts, but I'm starting to feel like I'm getting towards the end of her leaving. And so, so this morning I decided to, do my exercise bike, and it felt good. I actually put on, extreme weight loss show, and it turned out to be one that I've kind of been dreading. Well, not really dreading, just putting off watching. That's why I kind of took a break with the show, because it's one where it's a woman who blames herself for her daughter's death, because she was so overweight that her body actually couldn't handle the pregnancy. And so she ended up delivering her daughter too early, and her daughter only survived for 2 hours. Like, just thinking about it makes me want to cry. Because even though our situation wasn't the same, we lost 2 daughters. One was right after we first got married, and it was just due to I couldn't understand the complications. I wasn't able to hold in the amniotic fluid, and so she wasn't able to grow. And so I delivered her at 26 weeks, and she was a stillborn, Bella. And it's hard to talk about. You know, I've talked about it, but sorry, wasn't trying to make this a emotional thing. But and then dealing with the grief and processing of that. You know, I had the baby weight, and then I gained weight, and then we wanted to get pregnant again. We wanted to have a baby. And so a few months later, get pregnant with another baby girl. And that pregnancy actually had gestational diabetes. And I think it was just because of the compound of weight that I was at. And I wasn't, eating healthy. And that actually taught me that pregnancy was it was good, because it taught me a lot about how our bodies handle and process sugar. And it was just, it's just part of my health journey. I ended up going through the whole pregnancy, being able to manage the gestational diabetes just with eating healthy and mostly walking in the mornings and then the evenings after dinner. But anyway, but we ended up losing her at delivery. She was a larger baby. I tend to deliver larger babies. And she had shoulder dystocia, and she got stuck. If any of you know what that is, that basically means that she was too large to fit through, and so her shoulder got stuck on my pelvic bone. And they believe that just the pressure of that all it took was a matter of like 2 minutes. And they had to go in and sorry, this is kind of TMI, but they got her out, and because it was a vaginal delivery, so she was already partly out. But they, as they pushed, they helped pull the rest of her out, and they started resuscitating her. And after 40 minutes of them trying, which was just incredible, she never came back. So, anyway, that being said, this morning when I was doing the workout and I was watching this video of how this gal's processing her grief, and it just was hitting home a little bit that there is definitely a part of me that blames myself for both of their deaths, even though they didn't rule that as being the reasons. And, it wasn't my weight or anything, but, part of me does wonder if I was at a healthier place, if things would have been different, but, sorry. That being said, I was already, even yesterday, processing things that motivate me. That was one of the things I realized that I need to do is I need to have visual reminders of my whys, the reasons that I'm doing this. Because, yesterday after giving in and eating the Subway and just kind of looking at the prior few days and just being like, what am I doing? Like, why do I feel like I'm wasting time? I'm wasting this 40-day focus, not really giving it my all. I decided to really list out my whys again and to find more visual reminders. And one of my biggest motivators is for us to be able to have another baby. Like we could now. It's not like there's any medical restrictions on me at all, but I want to be at a healthier place so that I can hopefully have an easier pregnancy, and be able to be pregnant and have the energy to manage my 3 boys, my amazing boys. We got almost 4-year-old and twin 18-month-olds. And I want to be able to be at a healthier place so that after the pregnancy, it's easier for me to jump back into being just in a healthy lifestyle. So all that being said, one of my big motivators is that, I don't think I'm ready to have another baby until I lose this weight, or at least the majority of it. So I've made that part of my motivation, and that was already getting me thinking about my baby girls. And then this morning, so anyway, sorry, that was a lot. Told you guys these would be raw and uncut. But either way, this is very good processing. So if you're still listening, thanks. But I hope in some way this encourages you to look at the things in your life. What's hindering you from not giving it your all? What are your whys? Why do you want to make healthy changes? Why are you making healthy changes? And what's going to keep you going even when difficulty hits, like sickness or financial struggles or moving, or, there's just bad weather. There's a myriad of things, right? Injury. And when the momentum wears off, what is going to keep us consistent? And that's having a very distinct plan, which I'm getting back into, which is good. Just having those healthy parameters so I don't even have the temptation of, just try this or have a little bit of that. Nope, it's not on plan. I don't want it. And in the morning when I in the morning when I wake up, I don't have that temptation of, just sleep in, you can work out later. Nope, I'm working out now. This is my me time, and it's always hardest when you first start, but it will again become a routine, and I look forward to that. So anyway, this is a very long one. I'm sorry. But I just want to encourage anybody out there to know your whys. If you're a visual person like me, have them up. I'm literally putting them in our pantry closet. I already have a calendar set up so I can track just kind of my progress and the, you know, the little like phases that I'm doing. I'm starting with these 40 days and then I'll evaluate from there how I'm going to go about it. But I'm going to put up some pictures of my whys. And that's just simple things like I, you know, want to have a healthy pregnancy and I'd love to be able to have a baby girl. You know, but either way, I would love to get to have another baby. I'd love to have more than one baby, but we'll take it as it comes. And so I'm one of those weirdos that would love a big family, but I can't be there for my family if I'm not at a healthy place, right? So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So why are you doing what you're doing? Or why do you want to do what you should do? I guess that's the question of the day. But anyway, wherever you're at, keep at it. Start now and just keep it going. Make today count. It's worth it. Every day is worth it. Every day could be one step closer to our goals, or we could be just in like stagnant water and not moving, not making change, and all the while not realizing that we're sinking deeper and deeper into just apathy and depression and fear. And that's not the way. There's no way to live, right? We should be flowing water and just have that life moving through us on a daily basis. So day 25, you guys have a great day and I'll talk soon. Bye.